Hello, and welcome. I'm Nick, and welcome to another episode of DooM WAD Travelogue. I clapped over my own intro. That's odd. Anyway, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, this is a show where I load up a community-built DooM WAD, and we're talking old DooM, 1993, 94 DooM, DooM 2, and just because we're all, stuck indoors in quarantine, at least if everybody is being sort of doing your medical social responsibility, that doesn't mean that we can't still explore new spaces. We're just going to do it digitally. A couple of ground rules. Because we're here to explore the spaces, not to complete the challenges, I am going to be playing these on the easiest settings. And because it's community built, and you can't always trust difficulty settings on these, just because some people think there's an intended way, and it's to be balls hard. I have no problems dropping into God mode to get through the end of these. Today we are playing one that I've had on my list for a very long time. It is Lilium by Linus. And I just want, before we get playing, not only do I think the map is impressive, but I do want to start just by reading the description in the README that comes with the file. This WAD was conceived under very negative emotions and think, and it's absorbed all of that. That's why work on it was very painful. But maybe it benefited for atmosphere. Anyway, I'm glad I finished it. Happy Halloween! So, first of all, a little bit of an emotional upkick at the end there that maybe isn't expected. But I love the idea that it's the artist's mindset going into level design. Like, you can't, whatever you want to say about games or art, that conversation's been done, people are sick of it, fine. But the idea of, there's a lot of times when you talk about game design and you're just like, oh, that's going to be spreadsheets, that's going to be flowcharts, that's going to be, ruling out edge cases and making exceptions for things. But the idea of still approaching even that as with the artist mindset and saying oh, I am putting my emotions, this thing that I'm creating is going to capture some of the emotions and hopefully convey them. So the idea that this is a map for DooM that has captured some of the emotion of the artist, and we'll see how it transfer those, either through just presentation or atmosphere is supplementary art because it's music, it's textures, it's all of that. And if something is playable as a gray box, then I think it's supplementary and maybe vital to the experience, but not necessarily to the very technical definition of the level. You know what I mean? Maybe we'll get into that. Maybe nobody cares about getting into that, but I'm fascinated with this. I've tried playing this level a couple of times, but so also this WAD is one level, kind of like Deadwire was. I'm gonna see how far we can get in it. I've tried it a few times and I've never gotten very far. And this same author has made a larger level than this, which maybe we'll look at another time. But this is the one that I want to start on. So that's music for this game. Okay? It's got a mood it's going for. I don't know if I say this enough. If you're watching live, I do have the chat up sort of over there, and I look at it from time to time. If you're watching this on the archive, hey, thanks for checking it out. You can come watch these live some Wednesday. But let's get in here. Once again, this is too loud on my headphones. Give me 1 second. Okay. That's a big old hallway. Also, it's a train station? Gosh. So I've never actually done this before. But I'm pretty sure this hallway here, Comatose is the other map that I was just thinking of. ALT, Absolute Life Transformation. I believe that is a that's one that I am still working my time working my way through in an off time. But I think this is just a hallway that is just promoting his other WADs. So I'm just gonna go ahead and see what this QR code brings up. Goes to DooM World. ALT is one that I highly recommend. At some point, if I just go in and I need to know what to do for a few weeks, so we just go down through all of his stuff. Oh, no, that's not. No, that is his. Yeah, no, it goes to the DooM World page with that WAD on it. So yeah, this is just a gallery of other WADs that are his, that he's worked on. So if you just want like a playlist for things we're probably gonna look at one day, this might do it. I should just grab all of these at some point. Actually, ooh, I would play whatever that is. And the concept of a train has crashed at this station, and also it's a gallery of stuff. Okay, let's see how chunky this gets. Now that we're outside. Wow, the building's over there in the distance. I love that. You're just gonna let me get up on these guys, huh? Also, the only pickups I've seen so far have been what they dropped. Should I be worried? 470 monsters. Oh, and that's already a lot. You can see all the little buildings around the edge that are all those background buildings. Wow. Huh. Okay. I forget. Can I like get an imp this way? Can I get them to hit each other? A little bit. Ow. There they go. Ow. Alright, I'm just gonna die if I keep trying to do it this way. Yeah, 54. I'm just wasting health. Okay. Health bonus. Okay, what do we think? Soda cans, cans of beans? Or is that based on just an actual can label that I'm unfamiliar with? What is this? It's a shovel. Snowbank. We'll never run away from this winter. Winter's around us. Winter's inside us. We are winter. I've been there. What? Those are clothing racks. Okay. Really good sense of being outside. You know, DooM Engine is not intended for outdoor areas. Also, this is running quite chunky, so it's not happy that it's being used for outdoor areas. What? Oh no. Okay. Nothing behind there. Looking. Okay. It's winter forever. You know? I'm already a fan of endless rain, so winter forever, maybe. We should do the endless rain trilogy? Was that a trilogy? And listen, I know endless rain is no 5 a.m. God, look at the... Okay, so first of all, look at the tables. And again, remember all the times I've talked about DooM doesn't allow floors over floors. Then look at the tables, and those are individual ribbons. So it's a wall with a texture that's only this high up in a cylinder, in a cylinder, in a cylinder, in a cylinder, in a cylinder. And when you're looking at them kind of over here, you're just like, oh, that's kind of a flat table. It's not. And there's like half a dozen of them over here. That's work. And the centers are raised floors, so that way the tables can have the thing on them. Okay. Oh, hi! And now just this, like, empty-ish force over here. I don't know how much this is going to do with monster closets. We had the one spawn in a second ago, which I think spawn-ins are boring monster closets. They're just sort of like ambushes that are a little too mean to be that good. You know, to be like the good gag-style monster closet. I think I spelled that right. Doesn't matter. No. But right here, this little alleyway, just like very subtle. We're just gonna have one guy, and he's just gonna be there, and you're just gonna wander, and you just may not notice him, and then he'll be like, "Oh, hey, I'm here too. Let me make myself known now that I see you." Ooh. Okay. Got it. With the shotgun there. Ooh. Ooh. Now I just want to make sure this wasn't this dude's last WAD. I'll figure that out on my own time and give you an update next time, I guess. Ooh. Whoa! Okay, were they spread around and I just didn't notice them, or did they silently spawn in? But still, just compare everything we're looking at here to both a regular DooM level, which is so... walled in and not really claustrophobic, but it's very... Every encounter feels isolated because unless you build really good windows, you have small sight lines and small like spaces for the encounter, right? But then even you look at something like, compare this to Slaughter Spectrum Map 1 floating space cathedrals, and it's like, yeah, it's really open, but like abstractly so, like that is kind of just like shapes on the wind or whatever. This feels like realistically noisy between the trees, the paths, spread around objects. This is, God, okay, so because that means that's a new sector with lighting to put that. No, actually, that could be a dynamic light from the source, from the port I'm using. Not sure. And this whole thing is amazing. So this is still like a labyrinth of a maze, but it feels open. It feels a bit noisy, but it's twisty, it's full, it's noise. You can see so much, and yet there's still so much noise, and that keeps you lost. That's definitely a unique feel. Yeah, I could use some stuff. I'm out of armor. Okay, that dude's there. And also, pickups are just so sparse that I'm like, even though I made a save, and we're talking about like, we'll go into God mode if we have to beat the level, but it's really making me pick my shots. And I don't want to pick up the few pickups I do see, because if you can only hold so many, but you pick up more than that, it dumps the rest. So if I'm too close to full and I pick something up, which might have just happened the way that I maxed out, you're literally just throwing things away, and there might not be more to pick up later. Okay. You have to check. You never know. I can't make any of that out, but this is a memorial, is it not? I wonder if this is based on some real memorial somewhere. Like that's the thing. This feels enough like. They have to be silently spawning in. They have to be. Hey. Rude. Alright, I'm lost. That's... that's a challenge. Ow, what? What? So I don't know where I am, where I'm going. Oh, we're back here. So the thing was over there. I keep exploring this park, right? Because if there was... Is it trying to say, like, monsters appear every time you rest on a bench? Because, I'll be real, if the idea is it's winter, it's cold, but it's one of those... Morning is when happy memories keep you cold inside? That makes sense to me, but I got my own issues. Then yeah, it makes sense to me that every time you stop to just have a rest, that is when you become haunted. Keep yourself busy to keep yourself from remembering. That's evocative. I'm gonna try to work up this way if we can. Something just like appeared on the screen, didn't it? Hey, here's something. Hi, bye. Okay. Oh, I want cola. That's... I don't think we get over there. I think that's part of the outdoor... Oh, but we could get down there, maybe? That's a lot of folks. Ow. Alright. That's infighting occurring, I think. That's up. Are you kidding me? How many times did you hit me? Well, I'm back here. There? Hello? What? Where? What? Hi! You were directly below me, weren't you? Alright, I can deal. Oh, no, this is this. No. I can stun lock one guy in front of the other so that I get help, in a sense. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. What? You were absolutely a distraction. So this left side, the map tells me it's going to be a dead end. But like with some stuff? Whoops! With some... Okay. Yep, no, I know. Okay. With boots. With belt on. PDQ. Don't know what PDQ is. Per diem questioning. Wow, this is gonna lead us somewhere, huh? Yeah, because we started over there on like the long hallway on the left. Came out, we checked out that. Oh, there was a door down there that it wasn't a door, right? That was a closed gate. So we went through the park. There's a whole other section we didn't explore, which is fine because it looks like that'll need the yellow key card. But now we're over here and we're exploring this. What is this, like a ravine? What is this? Let's grab that and... Now I'm pretty much full. Except for that. It's fine. Hi. Oh! Alright. Thanks for the assist up there? Hey. Need those. Really? Couldn't even leave this bit safe? They got it. Look at that. Yeah, this is a dead end. Okay, more of those. Straight down here is the dead end. Ah. Okay. Take that. Oh, hi. Okay. It's you. Hello. Nope. I want to go around. I want to go around. How are we feeling? I could use health. That's health. That's health. That's health. That's health. And then this fellow. Hi. Oh my gosh, this tiny spider is so fat. That's a different noise than usual. Let's see about more health. I left a bunch behind, didn't I? Better. Yeah, no, I got it. Wow, a hard mod would be just to remove the, like, I'm dead noises that they make and just replace it with the normal hurt noises. So you wouldn't it wouldn't be super clear when you had actually taken them down. Yep, and one behind you. See, this is like that Doom 3 style of monster closeting, where it's just like, get to the middle of the hallway, and put one in front of you and one behind you. It's setting up a structure. It's not really doing anything interesting with it, and it's like, it's not a good gag, you know? It's not a good gag in that it's almost too good at actually just being like an ambush. Anything? Consider, what if every shot fixes a problem? What if it wasn't a problem? Whomstuff. Honestly, I find it harder to count shots with the plasma gun compared to, let's say, the rocket launcher. So I can't use it without feeling inefficient. Maybe that's an issue only I have. Gosh, are we through here yet? Of course not. I'm not dealing with that. Where'd he appear? I ain't ashamed of it. I ain't dealing with that. Don't use that villain. Don't use that demon. And these long hallways, no good. Like that is a demon that you base the encounter around because it is so kind of rudely overpowered that you have to use the environment to give the player an advantage enough to make it a fair fight. Take it. See, I would assume make it a fishing hole and you fall through that, but okay. To your death? I don't know. It would be hard to be to your death considering you just get a soul sphere, but... Am I getting this wrong? Is that the megasphere and the white one's a soul sphere? Does it matter? Yeah. Oh, hello. And I guess it just kind of ends. So we go through that long thing. Ooh, the blood around it is nasty. Hi. And also, to be fair, I do understand the author of this WAD to be a quite sad Russian. So, until I see evidence of anything else, I'll give it a pass. No, sorry, not anything else. Anything objectable. Just being like, this is where I'm from is using the things you identify with. There's generally nothing wrong with that. That opened that temporarily. Oh, hi. Oh, give me this because I want it. Okay, so that opened this up. Oh, come on! Like, honestly, this is doing so well as a tone piece, and it has such a sense of place to it that, like, constantly going with this, like, I'm gonna put a guy directly behind you. It's just like, it's dragging you down. Honestly, if this was just like a quiet, just like, just look forward, explore tone piece, this would be really strong. And it's just like, no, we're gonna put this, we're just gonna do this cheap thing behind you kind of constantly because I don't know, that's a thing these levels do. It's like, I guess. And what's the prices on these? That. I have to make it through this hallway before that closes? I don't think I can move that fast. We're at almost 200 monsters, so that's what, 2/5 of the way using that as a measurement? Ha. You miss 100% of the shots that you take without the capacity to aim at the target. But also, if this is the closed hanging, then that means we're really close to... Is that supposed to be storefront? Okay. But if we're at the, like, closed door, that means we're really close to where we were at the end of that first hallway. Oops, I hope there's nothing else I needed up there. If there was, I can just go around, I think. These are really interesting line of sight blockers. They're just like interesting because they're like big windows and pillars, but also flavorful. Like, it makes some sense that, like, yeah, no, this is the kind of thing that you would see and would be here. And he would, that's a changing room. Never seen an outdoor changing room, huh? Don't know if I would ever want to see an outdoor changing room. Is it? Yeah, no, open top. This? Yes, this is it. Hi, whoa, what's up? We've made it. We've taken another loop around the level. Okay. Alrighty. Well, if we're not... We didn't get a key or anything, so... It's not like we're ready to go back out that way and pick up something else. You know, all of the detailing with the boxes and the stacks everywhere is really good. Hey! Ooh. Uh-huh. No, still didn't open that. Could go this way. Somebody's behind me now. That's one way. Okay. Excuse. Oh, that's a quick way back up here. But more importantly, this is a quick way up here to where the backpack is. Okay, now I won't feel like I have to leave power-ups behind until I'm sure I have space for them. Power-ups? Pickups. Ammo, let's say. So let's just clean some stuff up. Yeah, where's that? That's up there. Don't have a quick way up there. Hey, this is open now. Hey, this is open now. What did I... Guess there was something over there that opened these doors. Hey, new section. This is a nice, well, I definitely have some reservations about that, what do you call that? The, like, river runoff or whatever that was. This section is pretty nice in how it, opens up. Sort of the pathways through it, the paths available expand as you complete sections. Hey, what's up? I didn't have to stand in front of them to finish reloading. That's a choice that I made, I guess. That's a bad noise. Peekaboo? Rockets. You know, we just have to go try and rock it to make sure that it fits right. I think that flag is good landmarking, but I'll be honest, I don't remember where I was the first time I saw it. But this corner, I definitely remember, because this is this corner with that. Which means this is the door that it opens up, which means I hope I'm about to get a staircase real close to this. Hi. Where'd you come from, big guy? Whoops. Whoops. Alright, well. That's some easy cleanup. And then he's down there, so... he's right here. Nope, you can shoot through that. Oh, I guess this is storage for all of the stuff on sale. See, here's got... ooh, and that's the way I barely would notice that. Oh, I don't want to go down there yet. I want to do other things up here first. The custom texture work to make those happen, he's been doing that a lot. They've been, sure. A lot of like, all the way at the end, here's a broken thing, you're going to go through the broken thing. That's actually really hard to like... see? It makes some sense from like that realism aspect of just like, yeah, no, there's like a break in the wall. People probably didn't want it to be a big deal. They didn't want it to be noticed, but then pretty good with just like, yeah, you're gonna go down this thing and it's gonna basically be a dead end to this hallway that is the last one you're going down. Okay, here's how we do it. Yeah. Okay, I'm leaving first. It's winter forever. You know, I've heard that. You're not the first one I've heard say that. Bad? Fine. But now we're in here, which is the other side of that, and it's... and down there. This intersection right here is pretty cool because there's two windows to it. One broken by height. And then you get here and it's a secret, but I also feel like there's nothing interesting in here. Am I missing something? Right? Yeah, because this was around the corner up here. It just is sort of a secret area to get into. I love that. That could be a difficulty thing. If there was like a megasphere here on a harder difficulty, this would make a lot more sense. But the structure of the secret area, I think, is very good. And it had like a skill challenge to get it with the timed run. Okay. Next sequence. Oh, it's my friends. I'll use that term sarcastically. Hey, can you come back so I can... Okay. Really? Wow. So... Excuse? Okay. So, that's the market. That's the hallway. That's the... So, okay, so we never even went through that door. That which has a window into the market. Been through the market. Now we're over here. Which is just some brand new area. Cool. Does that say something? Maybe? Nothing I understood. Okay. Well, okay. Curie Ignis Divine Lesion. Okay. I love graffiti in good terminal font. Okay, and there he goes. And he done. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, so plasmas are enough to like stun lock them. I did not know that. There's another cackle behind me, isn't there? Okay. Oh, jeez Louise. This map is long. 30. I'm hurt. Whoa. Still above 100 armor though. Okay. Is this not? No, this is another place we haven't seen. Okay. That might be another place we can't get to? If it, according to this, leads into that sort of background building area? Huh. Alright. Well, let's... Okay, this is health. I'm gonna scoop this, but be wary of spawns. I kind of keep thinking it says it's wiener forever. And if we're talking about like hot dogs? Me too? Hi. Oh, you too, huh? You're telling me I can't make him hit himself? Ugh. And more of this guy. Ooh. Can you stop? They have a complicated relationship with knockback, huh? Course. How am I looking? I've been worse. Whoa. Haha! I ain't going down there yet, I guess. I saw new cells somewhere. The little bits of like this is closed off because snowbank, I like those touches. Bad to just go down? Whoa! Okay. I don't know. Hey! Wow, a key card. I was starting to wonder if I was gonna see any of those by the end of the level. I need you to go down because I also have that other guy to deal with. Luckily, he's a really big target. And then there's you. So, what have we done here? I don't think I can even... Nope, not a real door, but looks big. The door handle is above eye height. It's fine. It's fine. The door's taller than the storage bin doors. Where's the episode of Storage Wars that they filmed at this place? Oh. Alright. Okay. Alright. Oh boy, and there's still whole sections of this map we haven't seen yet. There's still sections from the very beginning that we glossed past. Alright, we go. Okay, take 2. Hi. How did you just miss? I'm gonna guess that's that. Okay. Yeah, no. I see that, and what if you didn't? Oh, and that's... Okay, that's not a shoot-through wall. Oh, wow, the detail of the border on it. That's work I might have considered unnecessary, but he did it. Alright, what does this do? Opens it! Oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that. I want to look through here first then. Oh, no! So we're gonna shut the steam or something, I guess. Huh. Alrighty. Hey, what's up? Oh, where do these little guys keep coming from? Alright, that's gonna be one of those. I don't know what I thought I saw. Hi. Ain't feeling bad. They got nice... They got full cells. Got fine armor. Alright, so we did that all. Sure. Nope. Bad. I'm not happy with any of this situation. You can't get back out. What? Really? Quick saves are important. So, no, because the first thing was that sergeant. him. Then we had some other baddies come through. And we're not going to go in because that just traps us. Hopefully, if I'm using rockets, maybe the lost souls will get taken out by splash damage, which we may have just seen happen. I don't know. I couldn't pay attention. I was too spooked. Wow, look at this whole section. And a red key and some imps and... Alright. Oh, that drops as you come in here. Alright. I'm guessing that lifts that. But that's it must do something else, right? It must. Because otherwise, what was the path for? Didn't shut this yet. Alright. We sit right here. Ah! When did you come from? Alright. I could play it safe, or I could go over, or I could find out what a switch does. Also, there's this zone up here, which... Okay, what are we looking at here? Okay, down. There's that zone up there, which we have not seen before here. This is our first window. Alright, I think we're going in, so I'm gonna do it that way. I'm doing something. Bottoms up. Okay. That seems... Is a secret. Is a secret that I can't hit both at once. So I'm... Ouch! Alright. Hitting them. So that's gonna lower it after I raise it, which I guess I need to come down here to do. I don't need y'all butting in, okay? I'm having my own troubles. That worked okay. 73. Nothing behind that waterfall. Sure. Oh, this is gonna take me up to this area. But first, squish me. First, unavoidably squish me. Why is this the case? How? Hey, how? What? Okay, how? First one? Second one. Third one? Okay. Every other? By not just running forward, by actually observing and figuring out what the pattern is. That's how. Who wants to observe? Ooh, hi. I'm just gonna... That could have gone worse. I don't like sewer levels on a good day. And this is another case where this all feels very Doom 2, actually. Like Doom 2 tricks and traps. Let's put them in a narrow corridor and squish them, and then let their only reprieve from that narrow corridor be a huge combat arena. So it'd be fine, and I'd be judging it on the merits of those, if we didn't start so strong in that park, which is so somber and such a good tone piece, that this is like a step back. It's like we started strong, and then we've gone into some sort of well-tread territory. Hey, question. The other side had a switch that would let me up. This side does not, so we're not supposed to leave this way? Nope. That's an unforced error, so I'm not gonna... Did I miss a second switch? Did I miss a door that opened? Oh. Oh my gosh. And then make you retread the squishies? To finally get to this room. So I'll take that. We're finally in this room. They just spawned there. They absolutely just spawned there. Oh, please infight. Hey, how come sometimes they seem way better at homing in than at other times? Y'all see health around here anywhere? God, and talk about inability to be, like, efficient. Okay. And that one? Is that symmetry for symmetry's sake, or did that do something else? Alright, so what are we doing here? Can't go through here. Can't do that. I guess we're going back through the squishy doors again. We'll deal. Or we're not. Help me out here. And I saved here at the bottom. Why'd I do that? Is there... Oh. Where did you come from? What did that do? Open the door on this side. This kind of just feels like busy work, which drops those and then we leave that way. Okay, that's what I was expecting. Why did we make it feel so, Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The one picked up the other, didn't he? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna give it another go. I don't know what to do about it. I wouldn't call it something that I look forward to dealing with. So now it's gonna drop that. And I'm just gonna do this because in one other game is your shotgun also your sniper rifle, and I can start whittling down problems from over. I'm just wasting ammo. Okay. I'm gonna go, and I'll deal with what's behind me. I did it wrong. I really want you to go down. I don't know what I'm spawning by backing up even. Hi, bye. What? Huh? What? No. I can do that better. So we're gonna go here. And I'm gonna look this way and just start pelting. Because they're gonna wanna... Nope. Nope, I know that we'll do a thing. So let me get these? Oh, they came from in here. See, okay, that's like a real monster closet, and it provides more power-ups, it refreshes the space a little bit. That's a little better than just spawning things in. Our red key is up there. How are we feeling? 63? Let's see how well I can do here. If I touch it. $53. Health. This has a real underground, like, unused subway station vibe to it over here. I'm gonna stick with this. I don't have red yet. Red's over there. I did use the blue on the switch, so the blue has been used. Oh boy. And now this is just like a homeless city, huh? You're just gonna have me work through that, huh? That, I don't like the feeling of that at all. Why just the one little pip? Like, level of detail work to not a lot of effort to put it in there, but enough. Huh. Ah. Didn't even have anything in it. See, at least that guy shot me first, so... At me. Wow, this is... And then just, how about more revenants? Alright, that's... Okay. What's the... Alright, so comparing this to the park from earlier. The park was... It's not too dissimilar. It's a larger than you might think at first labyrinthine space that feels at once expansive and compact, right? What in the world? Well, I gotta touch that to see if it hurts. It don't. Okay. Also, it's a lumber. Yeah. This one feels more monotonous. Maybe because the actual pathing of this one is more compressed. Like there are more tightly packed twists and turns. So the action of exploring it is more tedious. It takes more time. You're looking at more corners, and like every single one of these is like some level of decorated and designed. Some of them might be copy paste. They share a lot of similar elements, but they've all been decorated. But so then this goes back to where, like, the park, it felt like it was meant to be dense for noisy sake. This one feels like it could be like dense for texture's sake in such a way that the effort of all of this detail is blurred over, and this gets into just like I see your effort, but we've reached a point where it has like stopped really paying off. I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about what's all right out here. So I'm gonna run. And let them funnel, I guess? Yeah. Oh, I have 80 rockets. Yeah, let's just open up the hose. Only like 2 rockets, huh? All right. Now I'm just thinking about Shoot Mania again. Everything I said, was that last week or 2 weeks ago? I don't remember. Everything I had said about FPS trend towards Instagib or Rocket Arena and those were basically the only two weapons in Shoot Mania, which is like, yes, no, play one of the two games that all these games turn into. Go for it. I'm just like, oh, all right. Ooh, turned him into goo. I could use a little bits of help. They're all dropping these. Why am I using shells? Wait, they all have cells in their houses that could be batteries for like little appliances, or like suggesting that they're using electric appliances in here. I guess this is a heater? Like there's a story to be told here, but like that seems like a corrugated metal couch. Okay. These could have been less, is what I'm saying. It shows the effort. But it's it was like more than necessary. Oh, it's I think I know that guy. Wouldn't expect to see him in here. It's just really weird to see the changeover. We had the park that I was just like kind of in awe of, and now we're here and I'm just, I swear, like every one of these has been different too, but it's just kind of like, I don't know if the problem is that they're not different enough, or if there's just, I think it's a condense. I think they individually take too much work to look into. Like if there were less of them, you know, make a sort of maze out here that takes the same amount of effort to explore, but whereas the park is long with with sight lines and long hallways, whereas this is just super condensed. Like this area could have been half the size, but had the same, like, take the same level of effort to explore as that maze before, right? Okay, I'm glad I read that gap right. That's cute. Planters. I like planters in levels. I don't know. I think I like planters in general because, talking about mall architecture again, a planter is something to do just that. We've moved all of the nature out of the way, put up this man-made thing, and then built a little quadrant to bring the nature back in. And it's just so, like, counterintuitive, I guess. We do all of this work to take the nature away, but then make sure we have a zone where they can come back in. Is this like a smoker area? That's a TV, more or less. Zone, couch, look out at that stuff. Do we think that the other reason to save scum, look for these? Ooh, wait, why did that hook weird? Nope. Just my imagination. Alright. Let's go in. Out the back of this. And it just leads up here. Okay. Cool. That's a cool zone to wrap around through, but the density of the zone just made it sort of wear on. And then, so here's our like hub junction, where then we cut right back across to where we used the card. Good, one-way pathing. Whoa. And then we have these real, to go from that into this really clean texture is jarring. Intentionally so? I've seen The Shining and Resident Evil games. What are we doing here? I'm afraid to... Is that the... Okay. We never dropped that, we're on the back side of it. Okay. So we had this whole underground section. Well, that drops it. So now you can skip that in the future. Why would we be skipping it, I wonder? I kind of really hope we don't have to come back here. Oof. Okay. That's a very blank ceiling. This feels... This feels like it could use like a drop ceiling right there, or even like a raised ceiling, something. But like, huh? Like if it wasn't for those pipes and what's going on over here, this feels like a room that couldn't think of a better shape for, you know? Although the detailing in these rooms, again, we've gone from like clean to modern, and is that a head crab? That's Doom 3. In a very compressed way, that's Doom 3, isn't it? Isn't it? Maybe I'm glad that closed. And then, yep. Of course. New timeline. Sliding doors. I've seen that movie as well. Right. This is if I touch this, that's actually enough to put a new save there. Been in here. Got the wrong guy first. Doom, got it. And that dude's gonna spawn in here. How about I let him and we just... You weren't even looking at me! Okay, so that wasn't an apartment. It was like the foreman's office for this rail depot? Okay. Rail depot right next to the homeless city does make a certain amount of sense. So I was going to say the homeless city right next to an apartment building. I feel like some terrible landlord would complain about that. And also, according to that, I just shut off Steam. Different. The Steam in there. So theoretically, we can go through whatever that door was now? Did I juke into it, or is somebody behind me? Whoa! Okay. No, of course you're still there. And there's two of you. I see. The prestige. I get it. Nope. So this is up. Hey, okay. That's the window from the office. He's gonna look right into the camera through that window. I have not seen The Office, and it doesn't upset me. Or is this like a waiting room to ride the train, but these are cargo trains. I'm starting to lose the plot on this map. Good, everyone got caught. What's through here? Feeling fine enough. Ooh. Alright, we're up here. Oh, I want it. Oh, so where... Okay, but what... Right, because there's switches up here. Alright, so what do these switches do? Not a real switch. Hey! Which leads us out there somewhere. Over the rainbow. Yeah, I was waiting for something like that. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Oh, boy. I know, I don't got a lot about to say this week. Or... There's a lot of relative quiet time for me. How about that? Ooh. Which way do I want to go? Which way do I want to go? So... I opened up out here. There's a yellow key. If I grab this, there's a lock behind me. No. Something opened. That's a... Alright. So this is a parking lot I don't remember seeing. Is this a bad idea? Shoot. Hey, wait. Dumb idea. I don't think this is what I want to go for, but... Why was this done like this? That's an odd way to construct that. I go right here. Now let this guy find me and hit me. Nope, can't hop over that. Okay. Alright, things to consider here. There's a jerk who's going to open in here. Or spawn in here? Be released into here? I want to see what's this way first. What? Why? Why do we like Revenant so much? We're gonna do that. We're just gonna lower that door. You know? No, I didn't like that either. Alright. I'm gonna deal with that eventually. I'm far more interested in here, handle him. Here, handle him. Button, door. Okay. Okay. It's like a tiny little room with a can. Break room, maybe? A brig? Train station with a brig. Train depot with a brig. It's novel. It's a unique room. No real complaints, but huh. Okay, explored all of this. Now that's open too. What's in here? Big doors. Oh, this is like the security checkpoint. So this is like a regular train station. So, we were saying, because I'm going to grab that, get these armors on the way back, jump up, and we'll deal with just the Archvile. Then I'll come back out here. Oh, he got 2 hits on me, and there's these guys. Ouch! That hurt a bunch, but you know what? Maybe could have been worse. That skybox out down there, so that's just a real... But that means that this is like an elevator. What is the deal with this spot? Oh. Alright, what are we doing here? Am I dealing with this? I'm gonna try to deal with this. There's a good way to get somebody else to deal with this. But there's no, like, other monsters to be doing infighting here. How's this going? Try like in the other timeline. Hi! Goodbye? Oh, and he's still down there. Okay. There has to be a better way than this, but this is apparently the way I've chosen. If he can shoot me, I can shoot him, is the premise I'm working on here. There. I'm not going to save until I get health back. Because if it turns out that that was a bad idea, then so be it. I won't do it. Hi, what are you? Oh, sometimes you gotta look around. Alright, so I'm back here. That must be the door that the dude walks out of. Grab, back, dude's right there. Better than last time. Only took one hit. I have so many cells. Right. And then there's you. So, here's a topic. Conceptually, how many games are only fair given the conceit of, like, knowing that you're going to be able to play them over and over? And so, the skill, like... games that eventually expect you to prognosticate, where the challenge isn't responding to the challenges. The challenge is remembering the order and sequence of the challenges, because they are like, how often are they designed such that part of the balance is knowing what is coming, right? You know, games that are designed around learning through death, because you're going to go there, you're going to find out what's what, and then you're going to die, and then you're going to have your actual run. Like, the idea of, like, first there is learning what's coming, and then there's actually executing on it. Where, like, so I like a game, let's say Rainbow Six, Siege specifically. I don't play a lot of that, but the idea that everybody has, like, a little drone camera that you can run along the ground to get information. I love that. You get the information first. You look at something like MGS 5, especially like Ground Zeroes, which was an amazing little thing. But to look at it and say, you find your spot to, like, mark everything, and then once it's marked, then you kind of have wall hacks, and you kind of know the way things are going to go, and you can make a plan to deal with things. Whereas a lot of, like, old arcade games, you don't get the information until you're in the midst of it, until you run on and see what's on the screen, and it's, you just keep dying and dying and dying. But every time you die to something new, you remember that new thing, and then you can deal with it only when you know that it's coming. Like, the solution is to know that it's coming, simply put, right? Which, in terms of creating a fair game, it's kind of just bullcrap. Like, honestly, like, that's depending on, like, you know, what are your penalties for losing. Something like Meat Boy is kind of okay because death is basically free. You're not losing anything for dying. You're not, it's take as many lives as you need, as long as you get to the end. That's all that matters, you know. Or like, you know, it's not the total run, it's the length of the run of the life that you do it on. So you can get faster and faster and faster, and you can finally make it, but then you're still, like, at some point you stop dying, and then you actually start building up your skill as the time goes down, you know? Like, it would feel unfair if one of the metrics was time from first starting the level until final completion, and like if you were ranked down for the number, or because then it's kind of like golf, because like how many deaths did you need before you figured it out? Like that would be an unhealthy thing to rank it on, because the way that you're learning is by dying. So really dying more means you're learning it better, right? So like you're going to get better at it by dying more, and so scoring it golf wise is like you're better because it took you less dying to get good at it. Like maybe, but it feels meaner for those who are not at the high level of like improving time but just trying to get to the time. It's really disheartening, let's say. What? Oh, right, it says oh yes. Have at it. This isn't gonna work, is it? I don't think I even dealt damage. I'm not gonna do that. What's my point with all that? That also starts to come down to, again, like level design and presentation. Oh, we're right here. This is that parking lot. Okay. Consider a top-down game, right? A top-down game would let you see through walls. So the idea of having like foreknowledge, because you can see through walls, you can see through rooms you haven't been in yet, is at a balance. Like that, you can be extra hard because you can see it coming. Then consider the kind of game that says, who does this? Monaco does this? Does Door Kicker do this? But there's a bunch of games that do sort of the drawing sight lines, and anything like, even when you're top down, you have this big dark screen that, because it's tracing from where your character can actually see. So that's sort of limiting it and putting it back to the like, yeah, there's only so far ahead you can see because knowing about what's coming was considered, and it's being balanced around that. And I feel, especially like old school arcade platformers are in a middle ground on that, because you look at something like Contra. Contra, you see everything on the screen. What you don't see is what is about to come on the screen. And something that appears on the screen moving full speed or already shooting, you basically have not even the width of the screen, the width of where you are to that edge of the screen is your reaction time. That's your time to like, basically to get hit and learn about it. Because then actually what you need to be doing is you need to be responding to it before it's on the screen. And like, so that's the thing. That's only unfair if it's punishing you for dying to it and not knowing it's coming, because it's like, that's why Contra is sort of, you know, in today's world of like remixes and, you know, rebuilding old games, like a game like Contra is almost better designed or balanced for not having lives in it, because that wasn't bad. I don't like all of those dudes over there who look like me. What's that about? I ask. Really not sure if I'm going to be happy with the answer. But so yeah, that becomes the thing. Imagine if Contra, as far as like lives go, worked more by Meat Boy rules. Super Time Force, a game that is like you go, you see what's wrong, and then you rewind back, you try it again, and eventually like that one also has the thing of what do you call it? Or Katana Zero. I love Katana Zero. Side scroller, you see everything on the screen, and if there's something that you need to learn about off the side of it, if you die, you just start the screen over. Or maybe it's like 2 screens wide, 3 screens wide. Very reasonable checkpointing. It comes back to checkpointing. Because, okay, if you look at Contra, like, you know, home versions of those styles of games, you look at NES Contra, there's 3 levels of checkpointing. Because there's, if you lose a life, you pick it up right where you are. If you use a continue, you pick up at the start of the stage you were on. Is that right? And then when you lose all of your continues, you just start at the start of the game again. So that is like 3 levels of checkpointing. But starting at the start of the game, like your game has ended, you have lost all of your progress. That is basically the ultimate punishment. Unless, ooh, imagine a game that every time you would have like a game over and send you back to the beginning. Like, ooh, basically you'd have to build a game with negative levels. Like every time you, like you could lose a life, brought you back to the start of the stage, but then when you lost all your lives, you get kicked back to the previous level with fresh lives. But then that did that even for the start of the game. So like there is a worse punishment than going back to the start, because eventually you have to work your way back to the start of the game. That would be terrible. Of course, then you would have to do like a bad ending where if you go back far enough, that's also an ending to the game. Which then, once it's ended, you would restart back at the neutral start, I guess. But I'm somebody who's very weird in particular about how to consider, those are all ghosts of me. Now that we're back out here, I feel like it's very, like, metaphor story based. Again, I don't know what the whole sewer system, whatever the last thing was, I've already forgotten it. But I have all the cards, so don't know how I feel about that, whatever that means. I defeated the mother brain, and then, oh, overdose, alt, yeah, these are things again. Oh, and then this is, so we're coming back on the third path, that upstairs from the very beginning of the game. We're there again, more or less. Now you look cute. I like you. Like, I put up a big think about Dark Souls because corpse runs make me feel bad, more or less. Yeah, no, here's the start again. Okay, wow. We've like finished rolling. Oh, we couldn't even have come up here because those stairs were blocked. I don't feel like checking out the park anymore. You know what? I do, just because like I want a good screenshot of this park, honestly. Where's a good shot? This is a pretty good shot, actually. All right, how do I sum it up? I'm gonna sound whiny, so just be prepared for that. You're probably not gonna like whatever I'm about to say, but the idea of Dark Souls 1 corpse runs, you die, you get hollowed, you drop your souls. And kind of the weird thing about dropping your souls is that it's kind of saying like, hey, you haven't lost anything but time right now because your stuff is still out there. If you then fail to pick up your souls, what's happening then is that it's suddenly your fault that you lose more progress than that. Like, and like, you know, I'll admit I'm the weirdo here, but the truth is, like, if I lost the time and the distance progress and the souls up front, if there was not a corpse run to go get, I wouldn't feel as bad. If I just straight up lost that stuff rather than the game saying to me, hey, you haven't actually lost it yet, you have a chance to keep it, and then I lose it, it's just like, oh, so now I'm double bad because it's like you gave me a chance and I messed up the second chance and not lose it, you know? It's just like, it makes me feel worse, honestly. Oh. Okay. Whoa, that was close. I like my friend over here. Not Daisy, but... And we can check out up here. But so it's the same kind of things. It's just like, you have to... The idea of you need to die to learn to progress, and just like knowledge and memorization is the bigger demanded skill than actual like reaction style skill. You need to like be aware that you're doing that and design around it. Am I opening things up there? Okay, first of all, and again, let me screen this for you. What are we looking at here? Open in YouTube. Am I going to be unhappy with this? It feels like a Megadeth song. Okay, maybe. If it's a Rickroll, I'll take it. It is some sort of pony music, I think. Huh. Not a twist I was expecting. Not the most surprising thing that could have been. Not the most hideous thing that could have been. So, again, I'll take it. That's gotta be all of them now, right? Hey, it's open. Oh, there's like a thing up there? Whoa! There's more steps. You don't actually go around there. Done! Why does it say sucks? Okay. And then it goes back to Doom, and that's fine. And we'll sit out here for a second. That was cute. I like... okay, hang on. I got mixed feelings. I liked... I don't know why it was so different for that middle section. From where we went into, like, the drain runoff. And then we went through the sewers. The train station would have been fitting if that had been the area we went into from the outside, but we did this weird like wraparound that was kind of jarring and was like a tone mismatch. That being said, everything about the outside, what we wrapped around to, I am impressed by so much of it. I think it had a fantastic tone and just the detail work. Right, and there was a whole like street fair section. That's a long level. That had so many zones in it. Wow. And I think I had an appreciation for more of the sections than the sections that I kind of wished we could have just excised. So that's overall positive. Yeah, that's overall positive. Cool. I may have to come back and revisit my feelings on Contra and Dark Souls versus Super Meat Boy, which out of context is maybe a triplet that is hard to explain the relationship between. Maybe people could get it. Yeah, no, that was. I'm glad I finally got to see the rest of that level, and the gallery at the beginning. I'm familiar with at least 2 of those other ones, but there's a bunch there. I may just grab them all, put them in a folder, and keep them around. I'll have to sort of peruse them first to see what kind of vibe they got, so I can pick when would be the time to check one of those out. But no, that was really cool, and I'm glad to know what the rest of the level looks like. And that's gonna do it for today. Thank you so much for coming by. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed. If you like it, tell your friends. If you watch live, cool. If not, you just watch this on the YouTube archive, so you may have seen the previous episodes, and in future weeks you'll see next episodes. That's cool. It's a whole playlist. It's great. Until next time, stay home, wash your hands, and take care of one another. All right, take it easy, people.